Good evening, traders, and welcome to BCR's evening market outlook. Let's take a quick look at today's key moves across oil, the US economy, and gold. First up, let's talk a bit about oil. Oil prices edged higher today, with WTI climbing above $64 a barrel after reports showed little progress in Russia-Ukraine peace talks. Hopes for a Zelensky-Putin meeting were dismissed, and with President Trump expected to speak later, markets are bracing for potential new sanctions on Russian energy. Ukrainian drone strikes on Rosneft facilities have already weighed on exports, while pressure is building on India to curb imports. Still, overall, the sentiment remains bearish, with OPEC and African producers ramping up supply and a glut likely by the year end. In the US, GDP growth for Q2 was revised up to 3.3%, driven by strong business investment, particularly in AI-related intellectual property. Net exports also hit a record contribution to growth. However, analysts warn that tariffs could drag on the economy in the second half of the year, with full-year growth expected to slow to about 1.5%. Talking about gold, gold broke above $3,400, hitting a one-month high as the dollar continued to weaken. Markets expect the Fed to begin cutting rates as soon as September, with more easing likely to follow. While stubborn inflation could trigger short-term rebounds in the dollar, we expect any strength to be temporary, keeping gold on an upward trajectory, with forecasts still pointing towards $4,000 by the end of 2025 and start of 2026. That's all for today's evening market outlook. Thanks for joining us at BCR. We'll be back with more updates next week. As always, manage your risk and happy trading.